Oh man, I got a good one for you today, guys. Butt plugs. What? What? Yeah. This is how I make sure my camera crew is paying attention. Butt bugs and everything you want to know about them. Stay tuned. That's right, guys. You heard me right. We said butt bugs. If you want butt plugs, go over to my OnlyFans channel. You'll get all the information you need right there. But today, guys, butt bugs, and you're thinking, what is Craig talking about? Butt bugs. It's not even the official name. I literally was walking with my wife through a park, and have you seen those black bugs that have red on the top, and they're walking together? One's backwards, one's frontwards, with their butts together. And this little kid walks by with his mom and goes, "Look, Mom, butt bugs." And I thought it was hilarious, guys. But that kid had just identified Boxelder bugs, guys. Boxelder bugs, let's get into it. They are a harmless bug, guys, a harmless insect. Boxelder bug gets their name from eating the seeds from the female Boxelder tree. So that's typically where you see them, and then they branch off from there. Now, Boxelder bugs, like I said, they're about ½ inch long, and they have red distinctive lines on their back, usually 3 of them. It's actually really pretty. It's a cool looking bug. But this butt together thing, we'll get into that in a minute. Now, what do they eat? Well, I just talked about the seeds they eat, but they eat sap, and just things like that, guys, like all natural stuff from outside. Why do you get these bugs inside? Why do you get them walking across your driveway? Why do you get them on your walls at your house, whether it be the garage, the patio walls, whatever it is? Guys, it's the warmth. So what happens is they are attracted to the warmth, and that's how they get inside your house, or that's how they come inside, and that's why they're on the walls. Now, usually it is west-facing, south-facing type walls where the sun is hitting that the most, and it's the hottest, guys. So that's why they're attracted to that. Now, if they come inside, are they doing any damage? Only if you smash this bug. And what do I mean by that? 2 things are going to go against you here. When they get smashed, they put off a foul odor. It's a defense mechanism. So it just smells like a really rancid, bad pesticide, whatever you want to label it as. It's a horrible smell. That is how they ward off their predators. Also, the worst thing they do, though, when you smash them, they leave stains. They leave like a reddish, orangish stain that may not come off. So if you have them on your floors, don't smash them. Do yourself a favor and just pick it up with a paper towel, piece of tissue, throw it outside, flush it down the toilet, whatever you're going to do. If you have a lot of them, vacuum them up and then discard the vacuum bag, and you will be fine. Outside, I would do the same thing. If you can vacuum them off the walls, what happens is these little bad boys fly. Can they fly long distances? A couple miles. So what happens is one morning you don't have them, the next warm, spring, summer morning, and that's when they're most active, you got them all over a wall, or they're cruising across your driveway. So the best thing for that is to try to repel them before they get active, and that is going to be late fall, early spring, usually mid-spring, and that's when you start seeing these things get really active. Let's talk about that butt. Guys, the males attach their little winky to the back of the female. Their little winky is at the bottom of their abdomen. Now, you fat boys out there,
I'm dead sexy.
May be the case for you too, I don't know. But that's what they do. They attach to the female, and it's called mate guarding. They stay connected to the female for multiple days at a time. I don't know what kind of Viagra these bad boys are on, but hey, maybe you want to look into it. I don't know. Or maybe you don't after I tell you how many eggs these suckers hatch. These females, once impregnated, 200 to 300 eggs that hatch in about 10 to 14 days. So maybe you don't want to get that nookie on that long. 30 seconds, probably good for me. That being said, guys, once the male is attached to the female, she just drags him around to wherever she wants to go. Sounds like my nightmare shopping on a weekend with my wife. But that's what they do. They just drag them around. And then once that male, he's doing that mate guarding with that female, so no other male can attach to her. And that's hopefully that he gets enough of his sperm into the female, and then she can lay those eggs we talked about. So you see, they lay a lot of eggs in that life cycle, in that one span of mating. Now, how do you get rid of these box elder bugs? So now you're thinking it's a nuisance, they're on my wall, I want to prevent it, or every year I get them, I can't figure out, what do I do, Craig? Guy, the simplest thing to do is use a repellent type pesticide. You don't need a non-repellent in this situation because box elder bugs are not social insects. They're not going back and sharing it with each other. The only thing they're sharing is getting that groove on in the beginning. And after that, it's done. They kind of just go their own ways. But they do hang out in big swarms. So that's why you see none to just hundreds possibly on your wall. I've seen that happen before. Or a lot of the cases are they're just walking across the driveways of homes because they're coming off of a nearby box elder tree. So a great pesticide I like, I've told you about this pesticide before, guys, Talstar P. It's cut and dry. It has dozens and dozens of insects it takes care of, box elder bugs being one of those. I don't think you need a non-repellent spray in this situation, a non-repellent pesticide. If you think you want one, OptiGuard Flex, that's a fantastic product. Also deals with box elder bugs. There's a lot of products out there that have box elder bugs on the label. But as far as I'm concerned, Talstar P is great. It's a repellent style pesticide. So if you put that out in the late fall, the early spring before they get active, hopefully you're repelling them away from the area. Now, you're not going to go take Talstar P and douse it all over your driveway. We're talking along the edges. We're talking cracks, crevices. Same thing with the wall of your house. You're kind of going along, window frames, door frames, things like that. You're not going to paint your wall with it. That being said, that's enough to keep them away because of that repellent that they pick up when you put that pesticide out. Now, the most important thing you can do for your house is to actually do seal-up work. The reason they're getting into the house itself is because you have cracks or crevices somewhere. Whether it be clean out pipes that are on the outside that have gaps around your siding, your stucco that haven't been sealed, or if they've drilled a line into your house to run a cable line, or you have rips in your screen, your screen doors, your window screens. The other way that you can get them are gaps under door frames. So if you don't have that weather strip that comes down for a tight seal on that door, they slide underneath that, along with many other insects. That's how you get a lot of your lizards in the house. And depending on how big your gap is, even bigger into the rodents. So do your due diligence and do that seal up work around the house. And just look for every nook and little cranny that leaves a gap into your house. Put a little caulking into it if that does the job for you. If you put a little stucco in there, you can get pre-mixed stucco patch at your local hardware store. Makes it real easy, and then paint it to your color of choice. But box elder bugs, man, they don't really do a whole lot of anything. They don't carry any disease. They can bite, but it's not typical. They don't really go out and just nibble on you, so it's highly unlikely you're going to get bit by them. But remember, you don't smash them because they do put off a foul smell. And yes, they are related to the stink bug. So that could be why they do that. Ask an etymologist, I don't know. But they do put out a bad smell, and I've smelt it. It's stinky. And the stain, I haven't seen that, but they are known to leave that stain. So do yourself a favor, just don't chance it. Don't smash that bug. Vacuum it up or pick it up and take it away. Outside, just do your crack crevice treatment sprays with the Talstar P or your chemical of choice. Use a professional grade product, guys. They hold up better. Go over to howtopest.com, punch in box elder bugs in the search bar. You'll see the ones that we've talked about right now, and you'll see other ones. Those are just my recommendations. I'm not saying other ones don't work. So whatever you like, have at it. If it says box elder bugs, probably does a fantastic job. But Talstar P, you get a lot of bang for your buck. It mixes at 1 ounce per gallon of water for your mixed solution, and then go to town. Remember what I say about pesticides, only mix what you're going to use at that time. The longer you let that chemical sit mixed up in that tank, it loses its potency. That chemical starts to break down in the water, and it just gets different pH levels, and it just doesn't work as effective. Will it still work? Probably, but it's not going to give you the effect that that manufacturer intends for that product to be, or intends for that product to kill, or whatever. My grammar's horrible, but don't worry about all that. Just follow my instructions on Talstar P and how to mix it. 1 ounce per 1 gallon of water. It tells you where to spray. I pretty much told you where to spray already, guys. But that is it, man. If you have any questions on box elder bugs, go ahead, shoot them in the comment section down below. If it's something I haven't answered, I'd be happy to help you out, see if I can answer that for you. If there's a video you'd like me guys to do, you would like me to do, I'm happy to do that too. If it's something I know about, man, I'll shoot it out there for you guys, and hopefully it'll help you. Thanks for all the thumbs up out there, guys. We appreciate all the subs out there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Just go down there, hit that subscribe button, and these videos come out multiple times a week. That's it, guys. Craig, howtopest.com. Have a fantastic day.